Hello, 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 and welcome to a TLC Marathon Friday. Thank you so much for joining us. We was talking already, but somehow the live didn't go live, so thank God we didn't get too far. Welcome to what is this? 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way, Season 5, Episode 20. Give me a breakup. Hold on. Let's get this off of here. Hey, everybody in the chat. Since we already said hi to y'all, but we weren't really live. But hi, everybody in the chat. Hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Thank you for allowing us to take a break, and hope you enjoyed your food, your fun, your family yesterday. And, just popping in for the mess.
Real
Hello,
quick
everybody.
before we get started.
Mm-hmm.
The link I dropped, if you guys
Mm-hmm.
see it, that's Jay's. It's called Jay's Journal. Like for people wanting to follow my weight loss journey, that's where you can go. And it'll be pretty much all just shorts. I just upload shorts every day with food lists, what I ate, macronutrients, stuff like that. So it's real simple, real easy. And I might do like a video every other week. So if you're interested, they have questions, everything will be there.
Okay, this is it, right, Jamal? This is the
Yes,
link.
that's it. That's the link. Yeah.
All right, y'all. Just find it in the live chat and follow Jamal's journey. And we did agree with Lena and Tracy and Ryan with regards to Shekinah. Thank God
Yeah.
that that little girl is at boarding school, and I do agree that she does seem a bit more mature than her mother. Just saying. Hi everybody, welcome. All right, Jamal, who are we starting with?
I, it's just so many. Okay, let's just start with Kenny and Armando. Because I was just, you could just tell that was Phil. They just threw that in there. I mean, it was just so cringe and just
But it was cuter on Pillow Talk because Kenny was doing all of the sayings for masturbation. What they did was they decided on their surrogate. It's the lady that we met a couple episodes ago. So they've gone back down to the fertility clinic to give their samples, and they've decided that they're just going to not decide who the father is going to be.
right.
Kenny unfortunately used a milkshake term, which kind of confused people. But basically, they're going to put a sample from both men into a petri dish with the egg that they have purchased and see who get there first. Boom. That's it. So they're happy. Honestly, this could have been done in 10 episodes, including a tell
Right.
all.
Right.
This is so sad. This is so sad that we're seeing this. But that was it for Kenny and Armando. Who is next?
I guess Brandon and Mary.
They got married, and the Lord sent down a swarm of beetles as a
That's.
omen of what's to come.
I mean, can we just talk about that real quick? The way. I mean, they got through with the ceremony, and then like they said, "Boom!" I'm like, "See, that was just, yeah, like,
Maybe that's why
ooh,
Grandpa didn't show up. I love a man who got to work though. He had to work. He wasn't wasting any money to go to this wedding that's not gonna last. And while we were discussing them on Heidi's show last night, Heidi found a live where Mary is on IG crying, arguing with Brandon in the background over playing video games.
but did we really think that was gonna be anything different though? No.
She is saying that he pushed her.
Uh-oh. That's
Yeah.
not good. That's not good. And my whole thing is, and this may sound mean when I say this, but you allegedly worked while in the United States and was saying like 90% of all your paycheck to marry.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just, what did you go to the Philippines for? Did you think like you was gonna live the high life and just lounge around, play video games all day?
The only thing I could think of is And I highly doubt that he sent all of that money over there to build that. I think that that's Lolo house.
Right.
But because he's the only one who actively working over there. Let's just call thing a thing. My issue is like maybe he's of the opinion I sent all this money for 2 years to her, so maybe it's time for me to just kick back and chill because I worked like a dog packing groceries to send her $60 a week. I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe okay. The best way I can put this, and it's not going to be nice again, but like he to me, he's too lazy to send money. Like he's too to me, he's showing me he's too lazy to work and send money. I'm sorry, like,
Yeah.
and you know how I feel about a man not working when he's able to.
But then his mama telling him, man up,
Yeah.
start contributing, start helping her. Don't leave her to do everything. What's gonna happen when she delivers the baby? Who gonna be working then? Yeah, I'm just asking for a friend. Lola had to pay for that wedding, so he had to work. Oh, good point. I feel he just went to work because he didn't think that that wedding was going to be a lasting institution. And then on top of that, it's not even sanctioned by the church. She couldn't get married in the church because she big pregnant.
Hmm.
And obviously they did not do any premarital counseling that is required by the Catholic Church in order to get married in the church. So good on y'all. Good on y'all. Y'all is just a total failure. Total failure. Um, oops. Don't listen to that, y'all. Okay, guys, don't forget to give us a little thumbs up if you're tuning in today. We really appreciate it. Don't forget. Okay, I know that. Oh my God. YouTube be trying to tell you stuff that you just are not in a place to hear. Who's next?
We have Johan and Danielle and Shekinah
Mhm.
Supper and
Mhm.
Wayne and Holly. Real quick. Okay.
She ran
Holly's still getting
away.
Holly's okay. Wayne tried to be a mature adult and explain to her like his situation, why he can't really leave. Holly acted like a
Mhm.
petulant child and ran away. Um, we got to meet Wayne's dad, and they were talking. It was a good conversation, mature, unlike Holly. And it is what it is. I got nothing else from that. Like Wayne realized, basically, Wayne, you realized you made a mistake. That's all it really came down to. Wayne realized he made a mistake, and that she was not who he thought she was. But see, that's what happens when you just be marrying folk over long distance. Granted, she lived there for like a couple of months though, so it wasn't like he said it wasn't like a new thing to you. You knew what this was.
Okay. Brian, no, they do not have Wick or Snap over there in the Philippines. You got to Wick and Snap your ass out there in a rice paddy and start harvesting some rice to make $1. And he better get real familiar with that caribou and start doing something around that farm. Period. Stop playing video games. Unless he's making Jamal, you be telling me all of these people be making money with the video games. Unless he's making money with the video games, why is he always playing video games?
Because he's very immature,
Okay.
very immature, very like he's playing PlayStation. These people are playing in arenas that he ain't one of them. Trust me. Brandon is too lazy to do some shit like that. Basically,
Oh Lord. Well,
that's
he's
what it
probably
is.
in the wrong time zone anyway.
No, he's in the perfect time zone because all the teams are. That's it's the League of Legends basically.
Mm-hmm.
That's over in like Europe. The teams are pretty much in Europe and Asia, so that he's in the right. He's actually in the right place if he
But
was
then,
progressed, but he ain't.
how
That
come
ain't
he's
him
not
though.
qualifying?
Because he's playing PlayStation. Like
Oh
he like
Jesus,
it's above his pay. Those teams are above his pay grade. Yeah, thank you, Tracy. See, Tracy got it right here. He needs to
he
work not to
needs to.
catch frogs.
Oh Jesus, oh
Yes,
Jesus.
he needs to
Oh my
contribute. He needs to contribute.
God. Mm-mm.
But I'm
Um.
looking at Mary, and here's the thing with Mary.
Mm-hmm.
Now we don't particularly care for them because we've aged out of this demographic, but amongst the two, Mary's the much more mature one and the much more thoughtful one. Now, I fell into the narrative that she's crazy because that's what she showed us, and that's how Brandon portrayed her. Let's be honest. But she's thinking long term. But in doing so, she caved to, I guess, cultural pressure or societal pressure to get married because she was pregnant, and I understand that. But who you marry before is who they're going to be during the marriage. People just don't get married and change. So if he was doing all this BS and playing these video games and not helping you before marriage, what makes you think being married is going to change anything? Because mind you, you got pregnant before you got married, and he continued to do the same thing. Sorry.
Might I also remind you that she's the one who caught baby fever. Remember they caught that on film?
Mm-hmm.
She's the one who caught baby fever. She's the one who had pregnancy tests already in the house to test herself. Hey, first of all, who baby that is? Second of all, you plan to get pregnant, and you plan to get pregnant with this young man. You deserve what you get. This is not all Brandon's fault because anybody could have seen that Brandon was a numbnut.
Mm-hmm.
But you decided to have a family with him. That's your fault, and you get what you get. What is it? You lay down with dogs, you get up with fleas.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay, so I feel bad for the baby because Mary and Brandon ain't ready for nothing, can barely take care of themselves. They're gonna give that to Lolo and Lola to raise. Listen, I'm 25 and I hate them. It's not about age, it's about their inability to behave like adults or normal human people. This ain't on age, it's on stupidity.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Lena. But we just default to we aged out. That's our excuse for everything. We aged out. Mary, I don't only mature because she realizes she's about to have a baby and take care of it. But she was real immature in getting it, though. Real immature. She was doing some stupid shit at the beginning of this season.
Yes.
And I think she's just accustomed to breaking rules and having no accountability for them. But now she's gonna have a big accountability when she push out that kid. Good for her. Mm-hmm. She made choices on purpose. She don't get to be mad, Debbie. Exactly. Let us not forget the beginning of this season with her and her shenanigans. From the time he landed at the airport, disobeying her grandfather and her brother. Then when they got there, in the same bed, Grandpa told her, do not sleep together until married. What did they do? As soon as he hit the road, they was up in there like bunny rabbits and procreating. There you go. You might wake up with STD. Yep. There you go. All right. Anything else with them? It was a lovely wedding venue.
It really was, and she looked beautiful.
She looked beautiful except for the earrings. I don't know what happened to his suit, but okay. His mom looked lovely. Grandma looked lovely. Her brother looked good too. I didn't see any food. I was looking forward to seeing that. I wanted to see if they was going to do like a frog adobo. The cake was nice. And then it got attacked by the beetles. Yay. That's about it. Anything else with them?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so who's next? Sarper and Shekinah or Danielle and Johan?
Danielle and Johan, because it was just kind of dumb. It was a nothing burger. Sorry. But we knew it was going to be, though.
It was good. When he snatched up the dog and then tossed the dog at us in order to take the Yankee hats.
Johan a cold one for that one.
But she was dumb though, because after they handed out the Christmas, first of all, I just had a huge fight with you. You said that you leaving me. I'm not fucking going nowhere with you or Santa Claus to go and hand out bitch ass presents to anybody. You can leave now. And the elf will go and distribute the presents whenever the fuck she get up out of her bed from crying. Next, if I did decide to go with Santa Claus and give out these presents, when we got back in the car and I asked you where you want to go because you leaving and you said your mom's house, I'd have turned on that ignition and dumped you right over at your mom's house because you would not be coming back in mine because you have already said twice you are leaving my domicile, my name on the lease. You're not getting back in there unless you got a warrant. You're not getting back in there. She was dumb to let him back in there because then it led to that whole unnecessary scene with him taking up his clothes and her being petty saying, no, you can't take that. Only take what you came in here with. Girl, bye. But the funniest part was he was taking the hats. She didn't want him to take the hats.
Right.
So he snatched up the dog and then tossed the dog at her when she started to freak out in order to get the hats. He is hood. I loved it. Loved it. It was a letdown. It really was. I agree with you, Ryan. It was a letdown. And Tracy, yeah, it was a letdown. Too much hype for nothing. And then next week with her seeing that he's been having an affair with somebody else, I don't care.
See, okay, let's talk about that real quick. This next week, let's talk about that. Why is she trying to act brand new? Why? Let's. Oh my goodness! I don't know
why did she think she wasn't one of many on the roster? He was a trainer at the hotel. He had all y'all on speed dial.
And the hangers. Okay, so the part with the hangers though, when he's trying to take some hangers for the clothes, she's like, "Don't take those hangers. Those are mine." Blah blah blah. He's like, Danielle's being, very cheap with me and not selfish and very cheap with me. And my mind flashed back to the penis you always bring up. When he said that, I was like, well, like
she was fighting over Walmart plastic hangers. She was fighting. Again, he chose the wrong one. He chose the wrong one. Danielle was blinded by the sex because all he wanted was the money and the green card. Well, true, but I think they were trying to con each other. It's just that he got out-conned. Right. She was the better grifter. What was she going to do with his clothes? What other 7-foot-tall DR men are there? Give him the clothes and be done with him. She shouldn't have bought so many clothes to begin with. That was just too much. Too much. But she was trying to secure his services for as long as possible. So there you go.
She was trying to keep him as cheap as possible. And I'm not mad at her. She was looking for a bargain.
There you go. Sarper and Shekinah. I love Sarper.
I don't know what to say about those two. I really, really don't.
This was just a continuation of their fight from last week, but just in a different room. She went and put back on her clothes. He came in there to talk to her. And she's like, are you finished throwing your tantrum? And he's like, no, you're selfish. Why won't you give me a child? And she's like, I'm not giving nobody a child after knowing them for 5 months. And he was like, okay, well, buy your ticket and go home. And it will take me all of 2 days to forget you. Wow.
Well, he's very honest.
Always has been.
But I don't know. Here's in Shekinah, baby honey pie cans. I understand you met his parents, yada yada yada, right? But you're still one of 2,500. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Like, he's not going to be broken up over you.
And I don't know why she keeps on saying, but on our first date, we discussed this. First of all, that wasn't a real date. That was a rendezvous. That was like, did you tip him when you left? That wasn't a date. He told you already. You was talking, and I was just there because I wanted to fuck you. So you could have sold me into human slavery, and I'd have been like, yeah, let me fuck you. That's essentially what he was saying. So none of that counts. Like what you say on a first date don't really count.
Right.
I find her to be so like at some points she's very juvenile or teenager-ish in
Mm-hmm.
her in what she says, but then she comes with things that are like facts, you know. Like I'm not having a child with somebody that I've just known for 5 months. Well, you shouldn't be moving in with somebody in a foreign country with somebody that you just met for 5 months. Like I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I've aged out of this demographic too. I
And when
don't
you
know.
move in with someone, before you move in with someone, that means the relationship is going somewhere, like more serious, in my opinion. You know, or that's the way it should be. This is a discussion y'all should have way prior, before you even moved over there. Sorry, my opinion.
I have a theory. And I brought it up with Heidi last night. Now he told her about the 2,500 women. He told her about his kid that he abandoned. Um, Now all of a sudden he's springing a kid on her that he wants now to her to have a kid. How much you want to bet he was tired of her months ago and never wanted her to move to Turkey and thought he would have scared her away with the 2,500 body count?
Mm-hmm.
The kid that he abandoned. Um, and now that he's there, he knows that she has this body that she's created. And what's the one thing that she doesn't want to do to fuck it up is have a kid. And she keeps on saying, you know that it was hard for me raising my own kid and I don't want to do that again. She brought it up on their first date. How, like, I feel like he's just throwing all of these ain't even red flags. These are red grenades at her in order for her to turn tail and run, but she still keep on saying okay and justifying it as lost in translation.
What you say? He pulling on all the stops and she just won't go nowhere.
Yeah, like she's a STD that none of the drugs is working on.
Well, Ryan says, "Nah, these are just clouters who want to be on TV for their own personal gain." Next.
Oh, okay. I don't know. They're just like I do enjoy Sarper. I'm not gonna lie. Sarper has been my favorite this season because the things that come out of his mouth are just so ridiculous.
But he's being honest though. And I think that's the part that you don't get mad at him because, like, well, he's just saying what's in his head and how he feels. He's not. I'll put it this way. Yes, they're here for their own personal social media fame. I'm okay, fine. I'll go with that. But I will say this to me, outside of Kenny and Armando, who are just on this platform to get their check to pay for the surrogate. We all know that. And the new real estate. We know why y'all here. We're not mad at you about that. That's just complete honesty.
Mm-hmm.
These these two, as well as Shekinah and Sarper, they to me are the most honest ones on this show. They
Even when he calls her bitch slut.
like for him, he's taking that as a term of endearment. Because did you see the look on his face and his eyes? He's like, "Yeah, and you come so many times. You're a bitch slut." And he looked at her and was just like he wanted to jump her right then and there.
That's not a term of endearment.
In his mind, it is though. Because if you go back and watch the scene, you look at his eyes and the way he's smiling, and to him it is. And I'm like, that's not. I know where you're going with this. I know in my head. I'm like, I kind of get it, but that's not what you say.
Oh my god, I can't. He's just. And then he has this thing for numbers. Like, is he
Yes,
like? Remember, he's
right.
like, remember that movie Rain Man?
Right.
Who had like who could do like the numbers and do the gambling thing, counting cards and all that. Maybe he's that. Maybe he's like the Turkish Rain Man who just loved all of his numbers. She kind of didn't grow up. She was raised Amish with parents and the man. No, well, her sister, and apparently she's the only dumb.
She found her voice, and her cosmetic surgeon is not about to lose either. Oh, oh.
I don't know. This is just weird for me. This is just weird for me. I'm sure she didn't give up her rental. The one night that never left. Oof. Okay, Shekinah, aka Kim K, wannabe is clueless. Did y'all see the clip of Northwest dissing her mother's outfit for the Met Gala, saying that it looked cheap? And the
No.
designer stylist is there saying, this is just what I needed. The night before the Met Gala, a 9-year-old dragging me for filth, and he's drinking.
Okay, I gotta go find that now.
Oh my God. A mess. Term of endearment. He thinks that she should be. Oh,
Go watch it. I'm telling you, go back and rewatch that scene. You'll see what I'm saying. Like, he is really hyped. I'm like, no.
hi, Auntie. I know he says everything with an incredible level of genuineness. It or stupidity, one or the two.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just comical. It's comical. I don't know. Whatever. I read about that. Oof. She was dead on with these two. And Kim is just sitting there taking all the blows. And then Kim is so stupid. Kim is saying, well, what'd you think about my other Met Gala outfits? And Northwest did not hold back. She's her father's child. Okay. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say about Sarper and Shekinah. That was it.
We're done. That's
Yeah,
it.
we're done. Yeah. So top of the hour, come back. Wait, who's next? Chantel?
Hold on.
I think it's Chantel, right?
I think it might be Chantel.
I had so much going on today, y'all. So forgive me if I can't remember. All right, so guys, come back. Don't forget to give us a little like. We appreciate you coming today. Come and visit us top of the hour, 3:00 for us, noon Pacific time, whatever in between. We're going to talk about the family Chantel. That'll be a quick little bop too, because I really got nothing from it. This season's going to be a struggle for me because every episode, Karen is somehow looking like Rick James, and I'm not really entertained.
I'm gonna put it this way, and I hope you guys follow me. The issue was this. The issue we have with this, what we're having with Chantel, is the opposite of what we're having issues with Whitney. That being saying, with Whitney, we're annoyed with her being a quote unquote star. We're more interested in the side characters, like the Dolphin family. We loving them, right? Versus Chantel, we don't care about the side characters. We don't want you on the show. It's Chantel. We trying to see what's going on. Ma'am, which football players? which actors? This is the juice we want. Like, so it's the same issue, opposite poles. So that's where the struggle's coming in.
Yes. Village People, Rick James, like anyone who's really kitschy from back in the day.
Right.
She's just coming with all the costumes and still can't get the wig right.
And we need to see more Chantel taking pole dancing classes too. That was quite interesting for me.
Oh my God.
I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. Shit.
We can dive into it then.
He was killing that shit.
All right, y'all. Join us back here in about 20 minutes. We will get it teed up and ready for you. Jamal, until next time.
Of course.
All right, y'all. Bye.